Hi guys, Lock Gannon NXT. This month we're talking about one of our newer products. It's been on the market now a while, but still causes a little bit of confusion, as do many supplements. But we are looking at our nuclear MPS. What is that? We have obviously an amino fuel, which is our standalone branch chain amino acid product. So literally just standalone branch chains with nothing additional. This one, however, this is our full spec essential amino acid product. So it is complete in that regard. We talked about the BCAAs in the other video, so I'm not going to go through that now. We're just talking about this. This is a really simple, straightforward product, and I suppose the easiest way to describe it is when we eat any protein source. This is effectively what it's going to break down into, what the body is going to break it down into, basically in the end process. So why would you use this? Once again, you use it just to supply additional amino acids into your actual diet, or into your intra or your post-workout supplementation, and again that's going to go towards recovery and I suppose helping the body build additional muscle tissue alongside, without getting into fancy stuff like your positive nitrogen balance and your mTOR pathway with additional leucine. All that fancy shit is there. If you want to go check that out, by all means do. It's cool stuff, but it's not what this video is about. It's literally why would you use this, and I suppose when would you use this. So as an intra-workout, taking as I mentioned before, making sure you get 4 grams of leucine one way or another, and then having an essential EAA product, having the full spec of essential amino acids alongside. That's going to be the key thing. Could you use this throughout the day? You could, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's necessary. I think if your diet is in order and you're having adequate protein with each meal, then the need to take in additional amounts of EAAs or more leucine, it's a bit redundant. I don't know if I meant to say that or not, but I'm saying it. If you are someone who decides that they want to eat 8 to 10 very small meals each day, then yeah, you would potentially have a problem, because you would never hit the threshold needed to kind of stimulate MPS or get yourself into a positive nitrogen balance. You're better off having adequate amounts of protein with each meal in larger amounts than having this whole thing of constant feeding, and you're more anabolic and you're revving up your metabolism and you're in a better growth position. That's all bollocks, you know what I mean? So 4 meals is every bit as effective as 6 or 7. Some of you are going to tell me I'm an asshole and I'm full of shit for saying that, but that's it's been done to death. It's been proven time and time again. So if for some reason you were someone doing 7 or 8, in fact you could be screwing yourself in the process, while thinking that you're doing better than the guys who are doing 4 to 5. So I'm going on a bit of a tangent there. If you were doing that, there might actually be scope to want to supplement with additional EAAs, because you're not getting enough protein per meal to get the job done. But otherwise, this is at its best when you take it in and around the workout, to have amino acids coming in pre, intra, then potentially post, for anyone who particularly in the diet phase, and you may be just cutting your calories right down to bare bones, and then you might eliminate a protein source and just decide to supplement with some straight amino acids. That would be a reasonably effective way to cut down on some additional calories, but you're really scraping the barrel if you got to do that. So I would recommend this very much so as a workout, I suppose a workout enhancer, from the purpose of overall recovery and giving the body the most fast and efficient source of amino acids possible, far more rapidly digested than whey or any kind of solid protein source, or any food source, should I say. Yeah, with that in mind, is it necessary for you to go supplement with? Once again, it's not, but it definitely is a difference maker in the long run if you can add a couple of scoops into your intra workout.